Intro to ASL, Lesson 16, Medical Basics, or Accidents and Injuries. Body parts. Head. You're going to make a bent B hand shape. Tap the bottom of your head, tap your chin, and then the top of your head. Head. Shoulder. Dominant hand, index finger, point to your dominant shoulder. Unless you're referring to your other shoulder, like, I hurt my shoulder. Arm. A-R-M. Spell it. And point. Or just pointing. Hand. You're going to make two open B hand shapes. With your dominant hand on top, you're going to gently slice off your non-dominant hand, and then use your non-dominant hand to gently slice off your dominant hand. 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 Finger. Non-dominant hand, either hand or index finger sticking up, and you are just going to point along the length of your finger. 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 Body. Two open B hand shapes. Tap your shoulders, and then tap near your hips. Body. Body. Leg. Spell it. And point. Knee. Spell it and point. Knee. You don't need to raise your legs up, you just can't see me. Foot. Spell it and point. Or you can also set up a foot if you're wanting to describe something about it by taking your non-dominant hand and bending it at the wrist. So it kind of looks like a foot in a way. Like here's your ankle, here's your foot. You're going to spell F-O-O-T and then point at that shape. And then that allows you to describe, I stepped on something, I scraped the top of my foot yesterday. Things like that, to be able to point to your foot instead of lifting your entire actual foot up and pointing at it. Muscle. Make an open M hand shape and tap it to your muscle. Muscle. Other medical vocabulary. Medical or medicine. Non-dominant hand, open, palm up. You're going to make a 25 hand shape with your dominant hand. Put your middle finger into the middle of your palm and wiggle it back and forth. Medical. Medicine. Take pill. So for this, you're going to make a small O handshake, and then it is going to, your index finger is going to flick out, and you're going to pretend to fling the pill into the back of your throat, which is not the way that you should take pills. Blood. 2 forehand shapes. Non-dominant hand, palm in, closest to you. Non-dominant hand, palm in front of it. Dominant hand, non-dominant hand. And then your dominant hand is just going to move downwards repeatedly. Blood. Blood. Bleed with a specific location. So for this, you're going to just make 1 forehand shape, and you're going to move it to whatever specific location is bleeding. So if I scratch my face and it's bleeding, or if I stab my shoulder and it's bleeding, or just whatever location, bleeding. Break. 2 S hand shapes, palms down, fists together, like you are holding something in between your hands, and then move them apart like you're breaking it in half. Break. Break. For bruise, you can either spell B-R-U-I-S-E, and then make a C hand shape and a pained expression where your bruise is. Or you can sign black, blue, bruise. Cut. For cut, you're going to make an X hand shape and drag it across the back of your hand, gently. Cut. Or also whatever location, like a cut on your face, a cut on your shoulder, a cut on your chin, cut on your hand, cut. Cut. Hurt or pain. 2 index fingers pointing towards each other, and they're just going to move towards each other. Hurt or pain. You can think of like a throbbing headache. Hurt, pain. You can also do this in a more extreme version, where you're going to twist your hands together, like a really awful headache. My tooth hurts so much. So hurt, pain. Injure or pain, like she injured her knee. So same as hurt or pain for injure. Injured. All right. Twist or sprain. For this, you're going to make 2 bent V hand shapes, and you're going to put these parts of your knuckles together and then twist them apart in opposite directions. Twist or sprain. Swollen. You're going to make 2 C hand shapes, put them together, and then puff them out while you puff out your cheeks. Like my foot. Swollen. Poisonous. 2 bent V hand shapes crossed across your chest, and they're going to do a double tap motion, like the skull and crossbones on a poison bottle. Poisonous. Cry. X handshake is going to move down from your eye like tears falling. Cry. Band-Aid. You're going to make a U or H handshake and just slide it across your skin like how a Band-Aid covers your cuts. Band-Aid. Band-Aid. Shot. Not like a gun, like to go and get your flu shot. So you're going to make a 3 hand shape, and this is where you're going to be holding the syringe. And this finger is going to be pushing down on the plunger. So you're going to set your index finger and your middle finger into your shoulder, and then push down with your thumb. Shot. Shot. This is the hand shape I'm making. Shot. Stitches. Make an F hand shape like you're holding a needle and put stitches into your skin. Infection or insurance is a very generic sign. You're going to make an I hand shape and give it a shake. Infection, infected, insurance. It depends on context. Ambulance. You're going to make a sort of a kind of a B hand shape. Put it up in the air and swoosh it back and forth like lights flashing. Ambulance. Ambulance. Siren. For siren, you're going to make 2 C hand shapes, put them both over your head, and move them in circles like sirens. Be-do, 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 be-do. Doctor. You're going to make a 3 hand shape. Closed fingers 3 hand shape. And tap it to your wrist like you are checking for a pulse. Doctor. It's kind of a closed 5. A closed 5 hand shape. Or an open B. You're going to tap that to your wrist like checking for a pulse. Doctor. Doctor. Nurse. For nurse, you're going to make an open in hand shape and tap that to your wrist like checking for a pulse. Nurse. Hospital. Make an H hand shape, and like some very old hospital clothes, you are going to draw a cross on your shoulder. Hospital. 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 Emergency room or ER. So for emergency, you're going to make 2 E hand shapes and give them a shake. For emergency room, sign emergency, room, emergency room, or ER. Emergency room, ER. Patient. So similar to the sign for hospital, you're going to do that same cross shape, but with a P hand shape. So with your middle finger, you are going to draw a cross on your non-dominant shoulder. Patient. Patient. Accident or oops. You're going to make a Y hand shape, set it on your chin, and roll it from your dominant side to your non-dominant side. Accident. Oops. Car accident or car wreck. You're going to use the 3 classifier for vehicles. 2 vehicles running into each other, 1 vehicle running into the back. running into a tree, you're going to make that crunch shape to show that it's an accident. Fall, not the season, but a person falling. You're just going to stand your little person up in your hand and make them slip and fall on their bottom. Fall. Fall. Dangerous. 2 A hand shapes. Your non-dominant hand on bottom, and your dominant hand is just going to knock up against it. Dangerous. Like some dangerous waves crashing in towards you. Dangerous. Be careful. You can make 2 K hand shapes. Put your dominant hand on top and move them together in circles. And go forward. Be careful. Just little circles, not big like this big. Be careful. Be careful. How? You're going to put 2, so you remember, how are you? 2 A hand shapes together. They're going to roll forward. They're both going to roll forward. How? How? Who, what, when, where, why, how. Sorry. So your dominant hand is just going to move forward and back a couple times. How? And because this is a WH word, you're going to lower your eyebrows and move your head forward while you sign it. Who? What? When? Where? Why? How? You hurt. How? You hurt. How? What happened? Happen is 2 one-hand shapes. You're going to start with your palms up and then flip both your hands palm down. To ask what happened, you are going to make that WH facial expression. What happened? Okay. Need. You're going to make an X handshake and just drop it down once. Need. Need. Might or maybe. 2 open hands, kind of like a shrug. You're kind of weighing your options. I might. Maybe. Help. Non-dominant hand, open, palm up. Your dominant hand is going to be in a 10 handshake. Set it on your palm and lift it up twice. Help. Kind of taps. Help. Help. Emergency. Like emergency room. You can make 2 E hand shapes and give them a shake. Here you go, in and out. Emergency. 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 I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Good. I need help. I need help. Call. You're going to make a phone handshake using a Y. Move it outwards, and then sign ambulance. Call ambulance. (911). 911. 911. Help me. So help is a directional word, like I will help you. I will help you. I will help them help me. Everybody help each other. Help. Help me. Help me. In an emergency, directionality, maybe not your top priority. Sick or disease, you're going to make 2 25 handshakes. Dominant hand going to set on your forehead, and your non-dominant hand on your chest, and you're going to kind of cave in. Sick, sick, disease. Oh, I feel sick. I have a special disease. I can't think of anything funny. Sick, disease. Oops. All right, that's it. Good work. Keep practicing and stay safe.